My kidding shed has become my feed storage. I'm gonna open this. This is the most satisfying thing ever. Yeah. Well, it's usually satisfying. And then just pops open. That's my dairy feed. So last week I ran out of hay for my goats. Obviously I had other things to feed them. You can go check that video out. As well as I ran out of dairy feed for my milking girls. So they got alfalfa pellets, and what else did I feed them? Alfalfa pellets. I think that was what they got at milking time. So that's essentially what you would call like a grass-fed diet. So for people who are doing specifically grass-fed milk cows or grass-fed goats, that would be their diet. They would get grass and hay and alfalfa pellets at milking time. I think is pretty much all that they get. I like giving my girls a little extra something. Obviously, it's not organic feed per se, but it's far better than what you're going to get at the grocery store. So it's kind of the give and take. I would love to be able to source a better quality feed than just commercial stuff, but I find that their milk production is way better when you've got a really good source of protein. Now I remember what I gave them. It was beet pulp and alfalfa pellets, just dry. And the rain soaked it for me. So now it's just soaked feed that I can feed the rest of the goats. Everybody's grouchy because I'm late doing chores this morning because I had to take my daughter into the hospital to have a repeat ultrasound. Everything's fine. It was just more of a checkup to make sure that her spleen went back to normal size after having a really bad stomach bug a few months ago. So I was at the hospital first thing this morning, and then I got home, had to feed everybody breakfast, and also uploaded a YouTube video, which technically speaking that could have waited until afterwards, but I was watching it while I was eating breakfast and then posted it. Got everybody dressed in muddy suits, and apparently the dog drug off the boots and sandals, and so I think my life is just, I should just get used to it by now, that my life is just kind of chaos. So here we are, we got milk, and it's not hot anymore, the heat wave is over, but it's windy and chilly, and there's a lot of rain. Yesterday we had a severe thunderstorm, and I thought we were going to get pelted, and I'm very, very thankful that we did not get hit by the worst of it. I know some others that they definitely experienced more severe weather, and yeah, so I gotta get going. Also, I think I need to upgrade and buy some new feed buckets because everything's, you know, old and falling apart. I have a few nice ones, but they're being used for other stuff. You think you need a hot chocolate, huh? It is getting cold weather now, hey? It's all rainy. I put my baby in the stroller because she will sit in the puddles, and the muddy suit that she has is not waterproof. It's not very good quality, so she just gets to hang out in the stroller. That took me 8 minutes and 30 seconds to milk out 2 goats. It's probably going to be about 3.5 liters of milk. Not bad. Not quite 3 liters of milk because yesterday they didn't have their dairy grain. Probably not gonna fit you, hey? You think you could do it? Probably not with bare feet. I timed it 8.5 minutes to milk fast 2 goats. I got about 2 3/4, 2 liters and 3/4 of a liter. That does not make sense. Like 2750 milliliters. I'm sorry, my math is working really well today. 8.5 minutes to milk them, and another 9 or 10 minutes. It was somewhere right in there. Uh-oh, we're stuck. Trying to drive the stroller over a big dog bone. There we go. Another 9 or 10 minutes to filter the milk and get it cooling in the freezer. And that's not including extra time coming back out here, feeding hay, extra things like trimming goats' hooves, extra treatments for blah, 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 the 1,000,001 things that come up when you own animals. And it also does not include my time spent washing jars and washing milk pails and taking out trash. I don't know, the list could go on and on and on. So if raw milk is in fact legal where you live, here it is not legal, which is why we have our own goats. If it's legal where you are and you think that a farmer is gouging you, they're probably not, because the amount of sheer effort, not to mention risk, involved with producing something that is clean and safe for somebody else to consume. There's a lot of factors that go into it. And I have heard from a lot of people where it has been legalized in the States now, where they are struggling because people don't want to pay what the raw milk is worth, and they think that the farmers are gouging them. And I'm sorry, but in the States, $20 a gallon for raw cow's milk is probably very, very, very fair. And even at $20 a gallon, the farmer is probably not making money at all. Just food for thought. Hopefully this doesn't stir up a whole hornet's nest. But it's just interesting once you start going into it, and I'm like, I'm at least 35 minutes to do all of the milking, all of the cleanup, extra cleanup, not including my time spent actually caring for the overall well-being of the animals, not including the cost of my feed, not including the cost of the hay and straw and fencing materials, etc., etc., etc. So that's fun. climb the fence for the millionth time. I didn't do much for close-ups for Sugar and Ladybug. I can see that Ladybug needs her legs to be retaped. I don't have that on me. I had to buy some yesterday. So I'm gonna go back to the house and grab that. And after that, then I'll come back out and come tape up Ladybug's legs. I heard that the local feed store in town finally has some square straw bales, so I'm actually probably, much to my dismay, and I really don't want to go to town, I'm gonna go drive to town, probably do some errands, grab some groceries, pick up some square straw bales, and then, yeah, that's gonna be the rest of my morning. So I hope you enjoyed tagging along with some realistic, I feel like everything is realistic. I need to stop saying it, because if you've been here for any length of time, you probably know that I'm not really good at pretending, and so I don't try. I just kind of show you most things the way it is. Things are muddy again because it's raining, and we're supposed to get rain all week long. So this week is going to be a busy week. There's lots going on, lots that unfortunately I can't share yet. I will share when the time is right, but it's just, there's a lot happening this week, and so I am mostly just logging lots and lots of content, and eventually will piece it together to be able to share the adventures with you guys in hopefully a somewhat timely manner. In the meantime, that's it for this windy morning chore vlog. Thanks for watching. I hope you consider subscribing and staying tuned for the next video. And hopefully we don't get a bunch of lightning. Shallow feed dish. I think it's a 4.7 liter. All the way to the top is 5 liter little bucket. Yellow so that I don't lose it. And then a bigger flat-sided one, which I didn't buy a strap for it, but you can hang these on the wall for water buckets. Really handy. 8 quarts, so it's an 8 liter one. And then 2 straw bales for bedding. Wanted to show you something. So, riding a horse in a new area, somewhere where I've never ridden before. Best advice that I can give you is to never assume that a ditch is free of debris or culverts or other things that could potentially hurt your horse. And this is why. Because my horse did not see that coming, and I guarantee you, you would not have seen that coming. If there's no driveway here, it's just bush. My horse is all antsy because I've been doing some work with her. You gotta learn to stand still. Oh, good girl. So we were walking along here, and I was like, ooh, no, ooh. I was like, this stretch would be kind of a nice stretch to do a little lope or something. And I was like, nope, I can't, because I've never ridden here before. And look, we walked by, I walked up to about here, and I was like, oh, there's a culvert there. Okay, we're gonna turn because you're being a little bit of a stinker. But that's where that is.